I've played, what is it? How many hours of this game?
I don't know.
Check.
200?
729.
Wow.
I mean, part of it was research.
Yeah.
Not again! I hate this corner. I'm done. Aha. It was a bot. Yay.
That's it.
I shut down a bot, guys. Look, Mom, I did it. Welcome. My name is Ymir and Oomzer, and over there we have...
Ymir Politopoulos.
And I think the people can actually hear this time, so, I mean, it's...
I don't know.
I can see it moving on OBS, so...
Let me see. Let me have a look. Yeah, they can.
Yes.
They can. All right.
Success.
Excellent.
Okay, thank you for
Great
watching.
success.
See you next time. Just kidding.
that was a stream. It works. That
No
was a stream.
technical difficulties, so, I mean, it's a first.
Yeah. We take the wins where we can get them, you know?
Anyway, what are we playing today?
We are playing our I guess, our favorite game. We're playing Old World, the new DLC, Pharaohs of the Nile. Very excited. It's been a bunch now of DLCs, right? We have here. We did play Heroes of the Aegean, which was the DLC before that.
Yeah, we
There
played
we
2 of
go.
those. We also played Rise of Carthage. 3 of those.
We played 3 of those, yeah.
We played the Barbarian Horde. Remember?
Of course, we played the Barbarian Horde. How can I forget? I cannot forget.
But we're now...
And now we're gonna play Pharaohs of the Nile.
Do you want to read this all?
I'm gonna read this all because, as we know, people from Moho Games put a ton of effort in their texts. So
I'm also going to turn down the music a little bit. Hold on.
it's pretty loud, the music. Guide the nation of Kemet, Egypt, through its golden age of the classical era. The New Kingdom is a period of 500 years, running from approximately 1550 BCE till approximately 1050 BCE. The New Kingdom was founded by Pharaoh Ahmose I of the 18th dynasty after expelling the Hekau-Kesut or Hyksos and the Kingdom of Kerma from Kemet's ancient lands. At the New Kingdom's peak, Kemet controlled land from modern-day Syria in the north to deep into Sudan in the south. Egyptian traders traveled all over the Mediterranean, the Middle East, and Northern Africa. This campaign consists of 6 scenarios that will take you from the founding of the New Kingdom by Ahmose I to a powerful empire struggling to maintain the conflicting pressures of civic and religious duty, as well as contending with continuous fighting with emerging powers, culminating in the invasion of Kemet by none other than the Sea Peoples. And there's a note that throughout the campaign, the old world nation of Egypt will be referred to as Kemet or Kumat, KMT. The people of Kemet will be referred to as Remen or Remet and Kemet. So Remen Kemet, which means literally people of Kemet, so the people of Egypt. And the native title for Pharaoh is the unpronounceable Nesrut. I don't know. I'm not really good. I never did hieroglyphics. I never took ancient Egyptian lessons. So
that's
I don't
2
know.
of us. Hey.
Yeah, let's go. So I cannot I mean, Kemet, yes, that's the ancient name for Egypt, but I presume this is the name for Pharaoh. As I said, these people know their stuff, so this campaign will refer to places by their ancient Egyptian names. In most cases, the names will be linked to explanatory tooltips. That means a whole lot of wiki crunching.
You've got another text to read for the first scenario.
Yeah, I know. I'm ready. My voice is ready. It is the 16th century BCE. You are Ahmose of the 17th dynasty, the current leader of Sepat Waza. Your influence stretches along the Iteru from Men Nefer in the north to Abu in the south. The Hekau Hasut, who originate from the east, are in control of Tamehu to the north of Men Nefer, while what the region south of Abu in Tasemau is currently controlled by the kingdom of Kerma. Your father, Seken Sekenenre Tao began the expulsion of the Hekau Hasut from Tamehu 30 years ago. He was killed in battle, and your older brother Kamose continued to fight. He too fell in battle, taking Men-Nefer. As the new leader of Sepat Vase, you are determined to complete your family's goal of unifying Kemet. Sepat Vase's army has arrived from Wazet and stands ready at Men-Nefer with the Hekau Hasut capital of Hutwaret to the north. Excellent.
There's an
This
options
is
button. I clicked.
difficulty
Regular names,
geographic
historical
names.
names, or
Or hieroglyphic. Wow, that's really.
Let's go for
They didn't do that.
historical.
Wait, they didn't do that for the heroes of the Aegean, did they? They
Uh,
didn't have like names in Greek alphabet, right?
I don't know. Maybe we just didn't see the.
No, I'm pretty sure.
No, they had historical.
No, historical or regular. Okay, all right. Difficulty Pericles. All right.
Let's go for historical, right? Because
Yeah, because I can't read hieroglyphic as we've already established.
neither can I. So let's go.
Yeah. So one thing to explain here for those few people who are watching us is that this discussion about like the different people, like the beginning of the New Kingdom and whatnot, is that the history of Egypt, at least the ancient history of Egypt, is divided into different chronologies. And you have kingdoms and you have intermediate periods, right? So you have the old kingdom of, and a kingdom is defined by a period in which the entirety of Egypt, from the Nile Delta all the way to modern day Sudan, is unified. So the old kingdom is the first kingdom of Egypt. Then we have the first intermediate period when you have the Egypt split again between upper and lower Egypt. And then you have first intermediate period, then middle kingdom, as we see here, then the second intermediate period, and then a new kingdom, and then we run out of kingdoms.
So you want to read some more, or shall I?
Go ahead, please. Go ahead. Let's take the.
The Middle Kingdom of Kemet ended during the 13th dynasty around 1782 BCE. In the north, an Asiatic people called the Hekau Khasut. Is that the how you say that? With the
Hekau Khasut, yeah, the Hyksos.
Yeah. Were able to take control of the Ituru Delta and establish a new capital at Hutwaret. At the same time, the region of Nubia in southern Kemet took the opportunity to throw off the pharaonic, that's a nice word, rule and established Kerma, centered around the city of Pnups. When Men-Nefer fell to the Hekau Khasut, the city of Waset became the last remaining seat of the Remen Kemet power. Kemet no longer existed, with the city of Waset and surroundings being known as Sepat Vase. Relations between the three regions were good, and trade and knowledge flowed between them. Gold and marble flowed into Sepat Vase from Kerma, and horses, chariots, and bronze from the Hekau Khasut. Around 1558 BCE, the Hekau Khasut king Apepi sent a message to these names.
We wanted to go for historical
Sekenendre
names.
Tao of Sepatwase, demanding that he quiet the hippopotamus pond near Waset, for most of it was keeping him awake in faraway Hutwaret. Taking the insult to mean the troops that Sekenendre Tao was training, he took them north and was met in a short battle by Apipi. Sekenendre, that name I can't really pronounce, Tao was captured and executed by the Hekau Khasut king. Vowing revenge for the loss of Sepatwase pride, Sekenendre Tao's oldest son Kamose, the new leader of Sepatwase, declared war on the Hekau Khasut and drove them back to the Ituru Delta. It's believed that Kamose died in battle at Men-Nefer against the Hekau Khasut. That's what we already think, right?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's a mouthful, isn't it?
Blah blah blah. We are almost, but I think
Yeah.
we've already read this all. Yeah, sure. Let's.
Just to clarify, the Kerma, what they were talking about, Kerma is in modern day northern Sudan. It's one of the biggest archaeological sites of Sudan, in fact, and it's the capital of the Nubian kingdom.
Let's unify Kemet. We have
Let's
12
unify
turns.
Kemet.
12
So-
turns to eliminate them.
Yeah. So we need to
that
fight
oh,
against the Hyksos.
which is them.
Yeah, in our case, those we
So we are.
wanna
Um,
fight against.
Please pronounce this.
Which one do you want me to pronounce? Oh, Ahmose the Good. Let's
No,
roll with Ahmose the Good.
his title, please. Thank you.
I don't know. I think that might be like the title for Pharaoh. I'm not sure.
I like how it's in there, like in. Let me close this one. It's in there in like hieroglyphics as well, and how you should pronounce it.
Yeah, it is. It is something.
So I guess this
So
the second part
the,
is Ahmose, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So also in what we're wearing, that is also a very nice detail to note here, is that we're wearing the white. You see, we have this crown, the white crown with a snake in front. So that is the white crown of Upper Egypt.
Which is like down here because upper, right?
Yeah, it's upside down a bit.
Yeah.
So Upper Egypt is on the south, and Lower Egypt is in the north. And the pharaonic crown, when we're talking about a unified Egypt, is the white, and the red crown that compiled it makes the pharaonic crown of the unified Egypt. But for the time being,
Oh, that's
Lower
not what I
Egypt-
wanted to click. Jesus. Sorry.
you know what this game has.
So I've been playing some. So been playing Civ, and also been playing Transport Fever 2. Don't judge me.
All right.
But like in Civ, you can move the camera like here with left mouse button and then holding it.
Yeah.
In Transport Fever, it's the other way around. So when you mix up those games,
Yeah, you click all over the place.
So basically, want to take out both these. But maybe let's have us move up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because I also want to move up these dudes. And I'm out there. I'm out. I'm out of orders.
You're out of orders. So we're not currently producing anything. We just have to
I think we just said-
strategize this out. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Well, that's one unit down.
Yeah, this is.
A brave move.
Yeah.
Sure.
Shoot them down. Nice. I think you should have gone for the other one, the ones that are first in front of our swordsman, right? So you could have killed it with a swordsman.
I don't know.
I think so. It's a bit laggy on my end for Discord, but so it's hard to get
Might be
them.
I'm just clicking too fast.
Nah, it's Discord share screens never the best.
Is there anything I can do? Do I wanna? Oh, it's a range unit. Nice.
I can't remember if this was in the tooltip that we read because it was long text, but the Hekau suit, we call them Ixos, which is the Greekified version of the Egyptian expression, which is Hekau suit, which means the rulers from a foreign land. Because the whole idea is that the Hyksos, they were not native to Egypt, that they did in fact come from the east, and now where they were exactly from, there have been some different interpretations from ancient historians as well, but they did establish the 15th dynasty during the Second Intermediate period. There have been a couple of times where Egypt was ruled by what the Egyptians considered non-Egyptian rulers. So we have the Hyksos, which was coming from the east, And then we have the 25th dynasty, so considerably later in the first millennium BC. We have the Kushites or the Nubians, or what they have termed them as the Black Pharaohs, because they were people originating from Nubia, so from modern day Sudan. But that was already at the time, like much later than much later, about 300 years after the end of the New Kingdom.
Oh, that's
Egyptian history is not that horrible.
Just not that horrible.
Not great, but not that horrible. This fight is going very, very well in the meantime.
Yeah, not over here.
Yeah, but who cares? It's like 2 units left, right? I don't think this is gonna transfer to the next quest.
I hope not. And I'm gonna move these charioteers. Because
How many turns in are we? 5.
5. I need
No.
12. So
You need 10, right? Or 12?
12.
Okay. Well, easy peasy. Easy peasy for breezy.
The lemons are being squeezy.
The lemons are being squeezed. I like that we can see the giant Khufu pyramid over there. It's a bit weird that the tile is like grass,
Yeah.
but fine. I have forgotten the music from Old World. Roar. Such a neat game. It's a pity we've been... There are so many other games to play, to stream, but we can't be exclusively Old World streaming. Maybe we should be streaming this a bit more.
Yeah. I also really haven't played it. There's nothing else I can build now.
No.
To be fair, I haven't really played it.
That's a good opportunity now. That's what DLCs are for. You get to get excited about the game all over again. It feels like they've put, not to bash them for the previous DLC, which was really, really good, but this one feels even more substantiated than the previous one with the Aegean. Like the text seem bigger. Maybe I misremember, but the text seem bigger. There's a lot more detail in the names, in the map. It all feels a lot more.
I just have the feeling that they might have had someone on board who's like really into Egyptian history.
I think they might have taken a little bit longer to develop it as well.
Kudos.
I don't know. If we have any of the developers in the chat, that would be awesome to hear. But so far, which is admittedly only the first part of the first chapter of the campaign, it looks much more substantiated in that sense. Substantive? I don't know. I just came back from England and my English are failing me. Well done! You have defeated the Hekau Hasut and liberated Tamehu. A messenger has arrived from the capital. A rider has been captured returning from Kerma. It appears the Hekau Hasut managed to get the support of Kerma, who are now preparing an army to march north against us. It will take Kerma several seasons to organize an army. Riders have been sent into Kerma to keep an eye on them and to notify you of their progress in organizing their army. Garrison units from the south have arrived to keep order in Tamehu. Traveling with your fast light chariots, you arrive on the outskirts of Buhen. It will take a few seasons for the rest of your army to arrive by foot. Until then, you will only have your light chariots. If you are able to breach Buhen before Kerma finishes organizing their army, you will gain valuable experience in using light chariots. You will need this experience in the future if Kemet is to become a powerful nation. Once Buhen is under control, Tamehu and Tasemau will be unified and Kemet will be reborn. It is true that a lot of the sources from Nubia, from modern day Sudan, or from Kerma, down there where we are, are coming to us from Egyptians. It is also true that the Nubians, for the most part, they weren't particularly fond of the Egyptians because they kept being conquered by them, and they, who would have thought that they wouldn't like this?
Really?
Yeah. So there is a lot of interesting when it comes to the history and archaeology of Nubia. The last, say, 20 years, 15 to 20 years, has seen a great shift from this almost racist view of the Egyptians towards the Nubians, and also, by extension, a modern-day racist view towards people of color and cultures from the past of peoples of color, towards a more complete understanding of the Nubian culture, both independently as its own thing, as well as in its association with Egypt and the kind of things that, because of course there was a lot of interaction between Egypt and Nubia, and this interaction was not only the conquest that was happening, but it was also cultural exchanges, social exchanges, structural exchanges, and whatnot. And as a result, a lot of Nubians had incorporated a lot of Egyptian elements in their culture, which always, to earlier archaeologists, it had seemed then that Egypt must have been the dominant culture, and therefore the Nubians the less, the subordinate culture, which is not really the case. They were very selective in the kind of things that they were incorporating, and they were also really, instead of like just taking over, they were really incorporating stuff into
Oh no, we failed a
the
goal.
Nubian culture. We failed already.
Yeah, but how was I even? How? I couldn't.
What was a goal?
I needed to capture this in like an ungodly amount of turns, but it was impossible.
Is it though, or do you just need to get good?
Might be, but I really can't get these units down anymore. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Eliminate the Kerma 15S. What does it mean 15S? We got it. We got Buhen. Maybe you can also use it to produce stuff, or we can't really use the city.
No, we need to capture it first. So.
I thought you did.
Yeah, but like it's 2 turn.
Of course. Anyway, it looks like you need to move fast, so move fast. And intercept them as well. Hey, Moho Games is here. Bam. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. S equals
Trumpets,
semesters.
burning.
Basically turns. Right. Hope you're enjoying the stream so far. Once again, to commend you on what seems a very highly detailed DLC that we've been enjoying quite a bit. Why are they sending units one by one? It's not very good. I like that they incorporated the gold sources at such abundance as well, because of course one of the main exports of Nubia, and one of the main reasons that the Egyptians were so interested in keeping Nubia under control was its resources of gold. There were other resources as well, but gold was of particular importance to them. They seem to be regrouping relatively slowly. Music is really nice. Pretty sure this is gonna be, we'll be able to get more done compared to when I played the previous DLC. Although
Really?
admittedly we had
Okay.
we had screwed considerably in the Salamis navy.
Yeah, that was
That was hard, man. That was hard. Shoot him.
critical.
Critical hit. All right. Where's my Twitch chat at here? Oh, they changed some stuff in the view. Nice. Didn't really pay attention to. They did tell me that there were new stuff in the mods view, but
Who
I
looks at
didn't.
that? Come on.
yeah. Who reads the patch notes? Unless it's for a card game, then hey, Pasco.
29 months.
29 months. Rapidly approaching 3 years. Pure insanity.
3 years. You can go back and heal.
All right, this is going pretty okay.
So this is
Do we-
my... I have an urban unit. This one.
So far, so good. How are you doing, Pascal? I feel like they're surrounded.
No, not completely.
No, it's because we had what difficulty? The second difficulty, right? The Vizier.
Yeah, they just
The regular.
regular.
Yeah. Not too bad, says Pasco. I'm good. I just came back from Liverpool.
There we go.
There we go. Liberation of Tashemau. Well done. You have defeated the Kerma, liberated Tashemau. Both Tamehu and Tashemau are under your control. It's time to take the next step and reunite Kemet under the double crown. Shent. So I guess we're gonna change our avatar now into
Minor victory. Okay.
minor victory. Why?
Because we didn't get the first goal.
Of course.
Yeah.
Anyway, we have expelled the Hekau Hasut. We have pushed the Kerma from Tashemau, even though you took too long to capture Buhen. You were able to eventually defeat Kerma and take their capital, Noops. You have unified Kemet. Historians will discover your story in your richly adorned tomb. This is true.
National wealth too.
So this is the other Pharaoh-related game that came out recently. Well, it's a DLC for Old World, indeed. We haven't played the other Pharaoh game. That is Pharaoh Total War.
Which I'm not
We
gonna
will.
play. So just to be fair, I'm not gonna play that one.
No, maybe Angus plays that.
Will be fun.
I'm terrible at there will be a lot to talk about for that game as well, but for the time being we're focusing on our favorite game. So the Pharaoh rule. Kemet is finally unified. It is the dawn of the new kingdom.
I like how you.
I just
how you skip-
ignored the.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's just ignore this piece of text that I can't pronounce. You are Hatshepsut, foremost of noble ladies. Your brother husband Thutmose II was the fourth pharaoh of the 18th dynasty. His son Thutmose is far too young to rule Kemet, and as the daughter of Thutmose I and wife of Thutmose II, you have the greatest claim to rule. You will need to prove yourself as a builder, a trader, a link to the gods, a conqueror, plus also prepare for immortality in the Dwat. Only then Kemet will be truly great. Awesome,
Let's
then we
go.
get to play as Hatshepsut.
Let us check the options. I really like the use command. So, did you see the
Let's
thing in,
put on the hieroglyphics
Too
just
late
so
now.
we can see it.
Too late.
How is it? Right.
Did you see the exhibition at the RMO about Kemet?
I did not. There is a lot of controversy over it.
Of course.
Maybe it's interesting to talk about it. For those of you who don't know. I mean, it's still going, I think, right?
Is it?
Let me have a
Might
quick
be.
look. Kemet at the RMO. Oh, no, it's done. So, recently, the RMO is the National Museum Oh, there's a lot of text. Okay, let's go through the text, and I will then talk about Kemet, the exhibition, and the controversy. You wanna read or should I?
I think it's the same. As in, it's almost the same
so
text as we had before. Blah blah blah. We're now.
Similar, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So that we are Hatshepsut and what we have to do. In the next one, we have to do the hieroglyphic.
Yeah.
Finish researching divination. There, you need to read to know what to do.
We need to conquer everything from Hekahasut. Divination and spread cult of Amun to our people. Expand the temple of Karnak. Blah blah blah. Prepare for duet by building a mortuary temple and spreading your story throughout Kemet. Send caravans to faraway lands. Blah blah blah. Complete all minor goals each of 5 ways. You may be lucky enough to reach Seket Aru.
Alright. So, Kemet at the RMO was an exhibition, a temporary exhibition, themed around Egypt. So the National Museum of Antiquities in the Netherlands has a really big and pretty collection of Egyptian artifacts. It's also one of the few places in the world that has a complete temple that was actually donated from the Egyptian government to the National Museum of Antiquities as a gift for the museum's contribution to salvage excavations during the creation of dam projects. And of course, who's better to help than the Dutch when you're making dams? And that also goes for excavations. So they hosted a temporary exhibition, and that temporary exhibition was, and that is very interesting, it was about Egypt in black music. So Egypt in hip hop, jazz, soul, and funk. So themes of Egypt that exist in this kind of music, and that would be from, like, I don't know, from Miles Davis to Beyonce, right?
Yeah. Snoop Dogg, just name it.
Yeah. So basically, a lot that have to do with the representation of Egypt and themes around Egypt in black culture and in the African diaspora. I thought that was a really nice. I thought that was really great. They had LPs. They had all sorts of music-related objects, Egyptian music-related objects, objects that related to themes present in the music. Overall, it was a very interesting exhibition. It was a very creative idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
At some
went there.
point,
I think it was. Yeah.
it was a good exhibition. At some point, Egyptians heard about this very early on, and there were some reactions to it. There was a misunderstanding. It was mostly through social media, and it did make the rounds quite a bit, admittedly, in social media. That this was a particularly offensive exhibition, mainly coming from Egyptians, because people from Egypt argued that their culture is not a black culture, and in the exhibition it is presented as a black culture. That can be problematic in all sorts of ways. But that was the main pushback that took place in social media. But of course, that was not the point of the exhibition. The point of the exhibition was not to equate Egypt with black culture, but rather to really, like, explore the theme of ancient Egypt in black artists.
Which so I went there and it wasn't something I really consciously thought of before, but like when you went through the exhibition, I was like, yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know why, like I understand why I haven't seen this link before, but I also understand the link is here because it's they didn't put it on lightly, so to say. As in,
Yeah.
it was quite obvious sometimes. Like, yeah, makes sense, fair.
So yeah, and there was also a really big. The exhibition also, I think, they tried really hard to fight against racism towards people of color, and that was one of the themes within the exhibition, and one of the themes they built the exhibition around. So it was a bit of a difficult situation for the museum. Museum that has dealt with some controversy recently, but of all the controversy that it has seen, I think this was the least justified, so to speak.
Yeah, and also, I mean, of course, the origins of their collection are kind of questionable, so to say. But they did.
Yeah,
they,
this is a big discussion, of course, as well.
They did go into that. Like, okay, we know that yeah. So I think there was this quote which said, so a big part of their collection is like from the 1800s. They bought it, of course, like they did, and they said, okay, well, we bought it, which was legal. But that doesn't negate the moral question if it's like the moral thing to do. But yeah, it's here now, so might as well show it.
There are attempts at the RMO to discuss these topics, and there's a lot more work to be done. Just generally, museums in Europe have a lot of work to do when it comes to decolonizing. There's a lot to, specifically when it comes to Egypt. There's a lot to say in regards to what Egypt wants back in terms of repatriation. Because oftentimes Egypt has, not oftentimes, but there have been cases where Egypt has rejected the return of certain artifacts because they don't have where to store them really. There's an abundance of artifacts, of course, in Egypt as well. There are also certain misunderstandings, like this temple at the RMO is indeed a gift by the Egyptian government, and of course we can talk about whether the Egyptian government has the legitimacy to donate an entire temple to another country as a gift. This can be part of the discussion, but it's still something that was gifted by the Egyptians to the National Museum of Antiquities.
Yeah.
I've lost complete track of what's going on in our game.
Me as well, so you're not the only one.
Okay, but I'm talking.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you do best, right?
Thank you, yeah. I will take that as a compliment. We still have to kick out all the. There are still some Hyksos stuff happening around us, right? Not that much.
What do you think I'm doing?
Yeah. You do, my friend. You do what you do best. Hatshepsut the Pioneer. Nice.
Sure. Let's keep it equal. So I need to build stuff here.
Remind me, Hatshepsut is the Egyptian leader in Old World anyway, right? Or not?
One of.
One of, right?
Yeah.
What else can you play as? I don't remember now. Old World leaders. Old World leaders. Yeah, Hatshepsut was the first one, right? First to be.
Yeah.
It was in the original 8 or however many there were in the beginning.
Oh no, poor rainfall upstream means lower inundation. Food harvest will be lower.
Truth. I don't know. This map feels so rich. This map feels so nice. So one different thing I'm working on, or I'm trying to work on, I don't have that much time to work on it, is the representation of desert and desert landscape in games.
Nice.
and the use of desert in like as a sort of a proxy for cultures of Southwest Asia and Northern Africa. And it's interesting to see the different. And I mean, strategy games, it tends to be relatively similar. Desert tiles tend to be difficult tiles to use.
Yeah.
So it's a bit blanketed. In strategy games are not necessarily, with the exception of Dune strategy games, where desert plays much more of a central role in the theme anyway. In strategy games, it's relatively blanketed. Of course, desert is different in games like Journey and Sable, but also like desert levels in stuff like Mario, Zelda, but also, of course, then desert is different when it comes to contemporary military games like Call of Duty and stuff where they represent where desert and arid environments are basically the homes to terrorists in the views of. Yeah. Wardrong says, hello to both of you. Opinion on this game, base game and DLC as Antiquity themed game. You said you played a lot. Yeah, well, it is definitely, and I think I speak for most of the value here, or at least the ones that are playing a lot of strategy games, that this is one of our most favorite games, if not our favorite strategy game. Civilization notwithstanding, because we've overplayed Civilization.
It doesn't count. I mean, you can't
But in many ways, as a historical game, as a strategy game, this is an impeccable game. There is a ton of detail when it comes to history. A lot of care and attention has been paid to detail. A lot of respect has been paid to the cultures that are represented in the game. And the gameplay is, of course, as a Forex, quite a complex game, but not the most complex game out there. So I would say, even for somebody who's not the best at this type of Forex strategy games, like me, it's a good game to pick up. And it has an undo button, which is our favorite button in the game.
Praise the undo button.
Praise the undo button. Does it move on, or is it just about ancient times? No, it doesn't move on. It's just about yeah, it's contained in that sense, and that's sometimes comparison between this game and games like Civilization can be a bit unfair in the sense that Civilization, or I don't know, what was the other game? Not Humanity, but whatever.
The shit one, Humankind. Yeah.
The Humankind, yeah, the shit one, yeah. They're trying to do something that's like bigger, but I personally appreciate the contained nature of a game like Old World. And in this particular DLC, I think of all the DLCs and all the scenarios we've seen, this one is also, so far at least, it has a ton of detail. I really, really like the map so far. They're using also indigenous names, historical names. They're using hieroglyphics, which we haven't seen yet, which we'll see in the next one. So far, we play on the regular difficulty.
Yeah, let's not make it too difficult for us.
We're trying to see most of it, so we also try to make it easy on ourselves. But yeah, it seems the first two levels were relatively straightforward, or the first level anyway, the unifying Egypt.
So 3 more cities left to capture.
All right. Yeah, so I guess the idea is that you want to push north a little bit, because later on in history, Egypt had a lot of influence towards the Levantine region, the southern Levantine region anyway. So yeah, it is important. I really had to drink some water.
You've been talking.
Mm-hmm. I have to keep talking, otherwise I will fall asleep.
So we need 640 stone.
Temple of Karnak. Temple of Karnak is. Have you ever been to Egypt?
Nope.
No, me neither. If you didn't know, and that's a very random piece of information. Oh hey, K9 is here. Hello. Egypt is currently building a new capital city, which
Really?
of course I know because I know
You
about
knowing
capital
stuff
cities.
about capital cities? No.
Yes. So it's building a new capital city, which is aptly named the new capital. I don't know if they decided on a new name yet, but I think it's still called. Yeah, it's called New Administrative Capital.
Really? Wow.
It's very. They're very to the point, you know. It's like next to Cairo, we need a new administrative capital here. The new administrative capital. Bam. Nice to. It's an interesting project. There's a lot to talk about, of course, when it comes to contemporary Egypt, Cairo, and specifically Cairo, and like the social fabric of Cairo, and one of the most overpopulated cities in the world, and part of the reason of why they need not sort of an expansion of Cairo, is the problems of overpopulation. Now this project has been criticized a lot because it's unclear if it's going to solve the problem of overpopulation, because it's, you know, a new capital is not going to be very affordable for those who live in the most densely populated areas. But yeah.
Jeez, I don't really have that much orders.
You have no, you don't. But you do have a lot of cities for production, at least, you know.
It's something.
But it makes sense in a way, because you, like, from a scenario point of view, you know, you just like you have production, but you're not supposed to be able to do too much yet. Like, you are in the process of rebuilding the Egyptian kingdom.
Fair.
So from a scenario point of view, it makes a lot of sense, I think, as a design choice.
So 6 turns. You can move up.
Wait, all our goals are minor? But we just have to do these 3 minor goals then.
Yeah, so I think the major goals are still coming.
Yeah, I guess so. Expand the Temple of Karnak in Waset. Temple of Karnak was being expanded for a very long time. People have been adding things all the way to the Ptolemies, basically. It's a really, really big complex. And you can see that if anyone ever gets to visit it, you can see the different phases of it, basically. Popular board game, wait! A new game has become... Games! I can talk about games. A new game has become popular in was the simple game tests a player's forethought and strategic acumen in a battle of attack and defense. The board game seems to have as many names as it does players. What should we do with this undeniably fun invention? Developing culture event. But we don't get... What's a game? What's a game?
What do you think the game is?
I want to say that the game is Senate, but the Senate is significantly older.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Encourage it.
It's gonna be a pastime. Let's go.
Yes. Moho Games. What's the game? What's the game? What game were you thinking about? I need to know.
What's the game?
I need to know.
What's in the
It
game?
is very interesting because Egypt, of course, had a lot of board games. They really liked their board games, and we have some of them. We have a game called Mehen. We have a game called Senate. We have, of course, the Royal Game of Ur, which game of 20 squares. We have Hounds and Jackals. So we have a lot of games. In fact, but Senate was more popular in the New Kingdom Egypt, so that's why I presume that we mean Senate. But this Senate is also older. Now, Senate, if you don't know your ancient Egyptian board games,
900 stone. Jeez.
I'm not gonna blame you if you don't know your ancient Egyptian board games.
But he is gonna
Senate,
blame you, so I mean.
I'm not blaming anyone. No, never. I would never do such a thing. But Senate is a board game with 30 squares, and it's sort of a kind of a chase game. You have to, all your pieces are on the board, and you have to take them out at the other side of the board. And we have certain ideas of how the game is played, and we have certain rules. We don't know 100% the exact rules that they were playing, but Senate was also connected with the afterlife. So we have a lot of representations of Senate in tombs. So we often see the deceased in a tomb, in a mural, to be playing Senate. And oftentimes the hieroglyphics that were on Senate boards that we have found, they are associated with the afterlife. Interestingly, Senate became also quite popular in Cyprus, but then the Cypriots took the game and they stripped it completely from its ritualistic meaning, and you didn't have the symbols anymore, and they were just playing the game. Let's see. Let me put Ludi portal. Let's put down Senate for people to play and to read about using the amazing Ludi portal from the Ludeme project, an incredible project from University of Maastricht.
That's Walter, right?
Yeah, our good friend Walter. So if you go here, ludi.games, I put the link with Senate on it, and you can see the descriptions, you can see the rules, you can see all the different rule sets, and there are tons of rule sets. There are suggested rule sets, incomplete rule sets, and in a map further down, you can see all the different places where this game has been found. And of course, tons. Senate is one of the most well-known and established ancient Egyptian board games, also because we have like suggested rules for it and ideas about the rules, because for other Egyptian games like Hounds and Jackals, for example, we actually have no clue how they were played. I'm so happy there was a board game in there. I geeked out there a bit.
Really? Didn't notice.
Who would have thought? If you don't know, my postdoc research was on ancient board games. In the past at Play Lab. We still do stuff with ancient board games here at Leiden. Are you winning, son? Did we conquer another city in the meantime?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Geeking out? In this stream? No.
Yeah. Who'd have thunk?
Not over here? We never
Not
geek.
over here. Ain't happening over here. Administration discovered. Do the accept peace with the Mitanni.
Who's
the
the
Mitanni?
Oh.
So the Mitanni are further to the east. There.
Them.
Yeah. They should be even further to the east, maybe. I don't know. I can't perceive the map here because I guess at that time the Mitanni may or may not have reached the Mediterranean. But basically, the Mitanni is another empire of that period, contemporary to the beginnings of the New Kingdom Egypt, and they are the empire that eventually the Assyrians took over. So they are the preceding empire to the
Do
Assyrians.
we want to make peace with them? I mean,
Yeah, you make peace with them.
Right.
Make peace with them because they are gonna lose it anyway eventually. So might as well help them out a bit. They did. I don't know if they had a lot of trade with Egypt, the Mitanni. I don't know. I can't remember of like peace treaties between the Egyptians and the Mitanni. I know there were plenty of both battles and treaties between the Mitanni and the Hittites. I presume there must have been. But basically, when the Mitanni had started losing it and the Assyrians had started expanding, everybody else was like, oh shit, who are these new
Yeah.
kids on the block? The Assyrians. So let's help
I already
the
clicked
Mitanni
yes.
a bit.
Oh.
They are really
Sure.
very excited to have peace with you.
Please, please. We can see you killing them dudes.
Yeah. I did write my MA thesis about the Mitanni and the Assyrians, as it happens. And that was now well more than 10 years ago, so... Yes, alright. Send 5 caravans from Vasset to faraway lands. Define faraway lands.
Here.
Yeah, but like, if we send to 4 Mitanni cities, is that okay? Or can we send to Kerma? There.
Oh, there's
Build 5
different
caravans
ones.
in Vasset.
Ah, so there's different. So there's some.
Oh, so we send to the Punt, to the Babylonians.
There's one here.
All right, yeah.
There's one here. Minoan.
Mycenaean. It
No.
says Mycenaean trade route.
Yeah, but here it says Minoan.
Yeah, the trade zone is Mycenaean trade zone.
I'm not gonna let him take the city from me.
No. You should
Some,
absolutely not do
should be
that.
strategic about this.
Yes, be smart.
That's something which I am. So.
It is true that the Egyptian trade, especially during the New Kingdom, was very extensive. We have in Crete, I mean, I know it said Mycenaean trade route. In Crete, we have a lot of Egyptian objects, which makes sense because it's very close. But they also they were importing a lot of viands, a lot of seals, scarabs, like these scarab seals. But they were also using sometimes, not very often, but we do have some iconography being borrowed by the Minoans from the Egyptians. Yeah.
All these tooltips.
Prince Tutmosis III. That is a lot of goals that we have to do, though.
Yep.
I mean, I get it. We are establishing an empire, but them. Kerma's there, Assyrians
Ah,
there.
perfect inundation. Let's go, boys.
Let's go.
Let's see. I want to take this city.
So minor goals completed 0 out of 5, and major goals also 0 out of 5, which we haven't even seen yet. Imagine this.
So that's mine. Thank you.
Why?
Mine. Farm.
Why?
build me another Shrine of Amun.
Of course, because we have to. We are at what 3 out of 6 now. On the Cult of Amun, right?
Yeah.
All right, this is going well. Monument. You still have to keep building on the Karnak.
I know it's building, but it's costing a lot of stone. And I also want to build this one, which will cost me 900.
We
stone.
have to build. We must, right? I mean, it's a goal, I know, but even if it wasn't a goal,
I mean, it's our temple,
yes,
so
we have to. And the Hatshepsut temple is, of course, also an extremely pretty building and something that is worth visiting if one can visit. It has been difficult to visit it in recent times, from time to time. Currently, I think post-pandemic, more parts, some courts and like some parts of the temple are open and you're able to visit them. Usually, it tends to be insanely crowded, but I don't know how it is currently. But if you have the opportunity, and if you find
so
yourself
do we
in
want to
Egypt,
take a hostage or do we want to?
wait, a younger son of Kerma's royal family has presented himself as a defector and great admirer. Support his dreams of leading an artistic community or take him in custody and make sure Kerma learns of our leverage. I don't know. Let's support the kid. He just came. He just wanted to be hip. He just wanted to be hip. And let's help him be hip. It's also not a good time to take hostages.
Build me another. Yeah, quarry. Sure.
I mean, you want stone, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm building quarries left, right, and center.
Extract all the stone from the desert.
We need more stone. You can just chill out here.
You must gather your party before venturing forth. Sorry, that was from another game.
All the games.
Too many game references. We have to play Baldur's Gate again.
Well,
we also have to do one more turn season.
Yeah, but I'm sorry. I'm occupied from next week on, so I'm sorry.
You're occupied? What are you doing?
There's a certain game drops, which is called City Skylines.
Which is called what?
City Skylines 2.
Oh, of course. Are you excited?
Obviously.
Are we gonna stream City Skylines? Is my question. Hey.
So, why haven't I finished off the... Oh, they didn't capture that city. Ah, okay.
No, yeah. You still need...
You're building.
So are you gonna stream City Skylines or what?
It's not really streamable. I don't... First of all, I don't know if Arthas can hold it, me actually streaming, as in...
Well, of course, it can be streamable. I can geek out about like urban design.
Yeah, but more as in
theory.
if Arthas can hold it, as in.
That's a different story.
Because it's quite a chunker of a game, as I've heard.
Yes. There are so many like smart like vehicles in screenshots from City Skylines.
It's just, yeah, looking forward to that one. Also looking forward to Manor Lords, which we still haven't seen drop, but okay.
Yeah.
We don't know when, but it will come. It will come.
Eventually.
But indeed, we should play one more turn as well. Then we should really get that.
You don't know, one more turn is our civilization series where we go through every single civilization game in existence. And we talk about it. And
So-
now we're at Civilization 4 will be the next one, of course.
Which is one we haven't played before, right?
4 and 5 we have never played.
That's where I come in. Ha ha ha.
That's where you come in.
They'll play games. Says, surprised you see you're not in hieroglyphic region.
Well, I blame Omar because I did ask him to do
Too
it,
late.
but he had
You asked
already
too late.
he had already pressed start game, and now we have to wait to finish this before we can move to the next part of the scenario and actually put hieroglyphics.
Yeah, I'm clicking as fast as I can.
You do. Actually, I cannot blame you for not clicking fast enough. Also, welcome to the chat, Dale Plays Games. Nice to see you.
So, a rabble of barbarian refugees have settled outside the gates of Kies. I don't know how you say that. They request our aid and sanctuary.
Let them in.
Of course.
We are a welcoming empire.
So they made peace just before they captured the city, which means it's my turn.
It's my turn. That's the last city, right?
Yeah. So that's the first minor goal, which has really
Kurixos.
yet, but
They got got.
they got Oomzer.
They got Oomzer.
Out of orders. Let's see.
The world is becoming like a hippopotamus pond.
There we go.
Kicking the hippopotamus pond. It only takes someone to kick the pond into a churning of massive peace and take the advantage of the ensuing chaos. It's time to kick the hippopotamus pond. The Mitanni to the north east hold lush farmland and large forests. The Watchware Islands hold strategic importance in controlling sea-based trade. To the west, the Libyans are a constant threat of raids. In the south, Kerma holds rich mining lands in the deserts of Nubia. Expand your borders to become the single power in the known world.
I like how
Yes,
there's a tooltip to kick the hippopotamus pond.
Yeah. Steady down the line.
I want to use this in real life as well.
Kick a hippopotamus pond.
There we go. So
There
we
we
need to
go.
capture 3 cities, basically.
3 more cities, yeah. I think it might be like historically. I think you wanna move south.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say as well.
Yeah.
Also, look at all that gold.
Again, the Nubia was a main source of gold for Egypt, so
So I'm almost at this one, I think. Yeah. Let me think about this. I also don't want to really leave all my, I want to leave some units here as well.
yeah.
And moving this army from up here to down there. Oh,
What I'm
bejesus.
trying to see, can you move a bit the map down to? I want to see the Nile a bit in the south, how it looks. We cannot zoom out any further, can we? Right?
Oh, it goes up here and goes here, and then it's down here.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I want to see. That goes up, and then that goes down. And what's the last city that we have there? Yeah, the one that you can't pronounce. Meroe, probably. I'm gonna presume. Ah, no, that's Khartoum. Okay, that's the southernmost Right. This is extremely well done with the cities. One of the things, I mean, it's very hard to do that on the map. One of the things that would define the Nile, especially in the south, is its cataracts. And we have like the cataracts from the first to the sixth, and between Meroe, so the city right to your north, and Khartoum, the southernmost, we have the sixth cataract, and then between Meroe and the next city, Napata, the Nuputu, we have two cataracts, the fourth and the fifth. I don't think they could have incorporated this somehow in the game, but it's nice to see. This is a very
What are cataracts? I honestly don't know. How do you
they're
spell
like
it? I can Google
they're
it
like
for
a
myself.
cataract is like, it's not like a waterfall exactly, but it's like parts of the river where you have rapid water flow. You spell it cataract is a CATARACTS.
Yeah.
So it's basically parts of the river where you have it's like small waterfalls, and you have rapid movement of the river, and they are pretty big, and that's why they were very distinct geographical landmarks. But basically, what I wanted to get to is that all these cities are placed in their exact location, and the way that they've made the Nile is super accurate.
So, I guess we want to go to war with them, right?
Yes. Bottom line, yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't do anything with you. So, yeah. More stone, yes.
So to wiki grants me, it says here. So cataract is how we also call waterfalls in
Ooh.
Greek.
I've become known as the subjugator.
Let's go. And it says here, the word cataract comes from the Greek word katareo, which means to float down. However, contrary to this,
Yes.
none of the Nile's 6 primary cataracts could be accurately described as waterfalls, and given a broader definition, this is the same with many of the minor cataracts.
We're building the temple.
We're building the temple.
So I also
It
need to
looks so
build.
good though.
So I also need to build this.
Of course.
480, I can manage that. I'm getting 152 stone a turn.
Yeah,
so.
you should be fine. You need to get moving with the caravans.
Yeah, I can't because I don't have caravans yet.
Oh.
I
Well,
would
shit.
I would love to, but I think they're in the tech tree somewhere.
Are they?
I guess.
I think you should have them already.
I don't know where. I can't build them. Oh, there. What?
Yeah, you can build them, right? Straight out, just get. Give them up!
Let's see.
It's a pity we don't have Angus in the stream. I think he would have liked.
We clicking very fast.
We are clicking very fast for Angus's face, it's true. We're clicking very fast and I'm talking very fast. So there's
That's what we do, right?
It's a high-paced stream for a change. Sometimes we do very
I mean, I can go a lot
very
quicker if you
low-paced
want.
streams. No, it's fine. The last couple of streams we did together were very low-paced because we did what was last time, the Terrascape.
Yeah, fair.
And Terrace, that was, lo-fi stream to chill, relax to. Which it goes with the game, of course.
More farms. Give me all the farms.
I don't think we're gonna make it to the sea people in the stream, and I'm sad. Now I'm sad.
Oh, that means we have more streams.
Let's go. I mean,
wanna
not
finish
for me
this.
next week, because next week I am in fact in Morocco.
Yeah, that would be
I'm
nice.
visiting- I'm visiting Morocco with Angus, and we're gonna build the gate of Saleh together with school kids from Morocco.
Oh no,
It's
a
gonna be
tribal
great.
raid near Kiss.
We're gonna do that in Minecraft in case it wasn't clear.
You play.
We're not gonna actually rebuild the gate of Saleh because it's giant, but in Minecraft we're gonna rebuild it in a 1-to-1 scale. We're gonna eventually restart Minecraft events in the Netherlands. Omar,
Eventually.
get ready. Get ready.
So,
Y-
you know the
you
last
haven't,
Minecraft event I did, like live one, was also the first one. I ever did with you.
Yeah,
The one in.
I know.
in Tilburg.
I know.
And then we did one in online.
We did several because we did the World Archaeology server.
Yeah, okay, but one like a real, like the one in Belgium.
Oh yeah, right, of course. Yeah, well, it was unlucky because we did the giant Minecraft event and then COVID hit, so
Literally the same week.
yeah, we couldn't have done much. It wasn't exactly our fault.
It was all your fault. No, just kidding.
Stone cutter. Do we need more stone production? Because we are like,
I don't think
I
we
don't-
need that much.
I don't think
more.
we need any more stone production. I think we can cut down on the stone production.
There's so much stones. People
But-
are eating stones because there's no food.
Yeah, but you could up all caravans in one city, right? That might not be.
Yeah, but I can't really
most
build them in
efficient.
other cities. So
That's
Can't
what you
build-
said for the first city as well, but then you could.
well, look at all
I-
those caravans I can't build in all these cities.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Maybe here? No.
Nope.
Caravan. Oh, I need to move it like.
Yeah, you need to send it.
Go with the wind.
Go with the flow. Go, fly, caravan, fly.
Do we need more quarries? Yes.
Why would we need more quarries?
Because why not?
Because we're kinda overflowing with
Everybody's eating stones and stuff.
yeah. Floating stone.
It's a tribal raid. Ah, I'm out. I'm out.
We should have enough
Let's
to defend
hope
this,
this
yeah?
dude survives. I think he will.
Do we have other people who have played this yet? Who gave it a go? What is your opinions? I wanna know. A free worker?
Yeah, I've got plenty of workers.
You got, yeah. Maybe go for the. I guess we can go for the military drill. Wardrong says, going back to the Egyptian-Nubian relations, wasn't there a dynasty in Egypt called the Nubian dynasty, one of the later ones? Indeed, there was. Later on, we had the 25th dynasty of Egypt, which was the Nubian dynasty, also known as the Kushite Empire or the Black Pharaohs, and it was in the first millennium BC, so well after the fall of the new kingdom. Egyptians were not particularly happy about that development in general.
They weren't really. Didn't see that one. coming.
Yeah, no. They weren't. There is a nice book. Let me
What?
remember how it's called. What's the book? What's the book's name? What's the book's name? I need. Ah, shit! I can't remember.
There's enemies.
There's enemies. Are you surprised?
Yeah, but I'll kick their butts.
I can't remember the title of the book that I'm thinking about. But there is an interesting talking about these relationships and how scholarship has changed over the last few years in regards to how we perceive Nubia and relationships between Nubia and Egypt, and how do we understand the archaeology of Nubia. So there is a quite recent paper by Renan Lemos, which is open access, and I am going to link in the chat for people who are interested in the academic
I
aspect
like how
of
you
things.
have this like on hotkey.
What?
This article.
I just remember. It's called Can We Decolonize the Ancient Past? Bridging Post-Colonial and Decolonial Theory in Sudanese and Nubian Archaeology. It's quite an extensive and admittedly at times relatively convoluted article, but it is a very good article nonetheless. And it really talks about this like a changing understanding of Nubia during the New Kingdom period.
So where's
Again,
this?
it has been a very complex issue to study Nubian archaeology because Egyptian archaeology is so superimposing and blurs our understanding of the culture of Nubia.
I want to move one worker over here because it's got trees.
It's got trees.
Get killed, son.
If there are any of my students in this chat, they probably have already seen this article, but hey.
What are the chances?
It's a good article to revisit from time to time as well. I mean, it's just a good article. If you're interested in post-colonial and decolonial theory in general, not only if you're not interested in Egypt and Nubia, but you're interested in post-colonial theory, it's also a good article.
So I really never learned anything about Egypt, so I know nothing. Basically, you can tell me anything about Egypt, I'll believe you.
I sense a bat coming there.
I have been cursed. Oh no.
Oh no. It happens when in Egypt.
Yeah.
But we still have to move south.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
There's also a...
There's an invasion happening.
Really
At least we're very close to spreading the cult of a moon.
Yeah, I've not really done anything, but I think it just goes like... It just happens.
It happens.
As it happens with cults.
And have we queued up the next Temple of Karnak?
Yes, they're both being built.
All right, excellent. And now I'm kind of bummed that I can't remember the title of that book. I'll find it. Maybe. Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Ah, yes!
He
I remember.
suddenly remembers the title of that book.
The title of the book, it's called Wretched Kush, Ethnic Identities and Boundaries in Egypt's Nubian Empire. And it is about the concepts of ethnic identity and and these relationships and how certain ideas about the identity of Nubia come to us through the Egyptians, and of course the Egyptians had much similarly to ancient Greeks, right? They had this idea that they were the civilized and basically everyone else was kind of barbaric. And even more so, this was imposed on the Nubians. So there was this contrast between the civilized Egyptians and the barbaric Kushites. Kushites is another name for the Nubians, and so that's also part of why contemporary, not current, but early 20th
The
century
mortuary
archaeology.
temple has been completed.
Let's go.
6
gonna put
obelisks.
down-
Jeez.
You can have a look at the preview of the
Look.
here.
There it is.
Show me. Wow, this is so nice though. This is basically the actual thing, right?
So the only thing I really
Very
want
nice,
from
very
this
pretty.
game, the only thing I really
Mhm.
want, but I don't think they can actually make it, is the Civ Wonder movies.
Oh, when you build it, you like
Yeah.
move and
But I think it has it in the base game, right? When you like build
yeah, I
you
think
get
so.
the artist thingy, what you call it.
Yeah.
Art
You get the artist impression.
Just-
But this is very pretty. This is very well rendered. Oh, on the tribes we have the Alasians. Can I talk about it?
I mean, can I stop you not talking
All
about
right.
it?
I'm gonna talk about the nations that we see on the top right now because you're still fighting. So of course at the top we have Queen Hatshepsut. Then we have King Minos. Slightly problematic in the sense that, of course, we don't know.
What do you mean? We don't know?
We don't know. Well, in theory, in mythology, there was a King Minos in Crete, and the palace is called palace at Knossos is called the Minoan Palace, and we have called the civilization the Minoan civilization. But whether here it says actually Knossos, but it's also a little bit to the south of the city. It should be at the north. Anyway, doesn't matter.
No, it's here,
Knossos-
right? So
Where? Oh,
can't really go
okay,
much
fine,
more
fine.
north because it will be in the sea. I mean, I know
no,
sea
it's-
people,
it's-
but
Yeah, okay. I thought it was the one just down. Anyway, so we don't know if there was actually a king whose name was Minos. Might have been, but we don't know. And even if there might have been, mythologically he would have like existed a little bit earlier than this period that we are in, this stage that we are in. Because here we're like within the period of the eruption of the Theta volcano.
what? Stop with all these damn rebels.
What can I do?
You're distracting me from my fight.
Then we have King Saustatar, who is indeed one of the kings of the Mitanni. But I guess he is contemporary, so that's fine. Yeah, so King Saustatar is from the Mitanni, and then we have King Hekanefer, who is from the Nubians. And then we have two tribes. We have the Libyans, and we have the Alasians, or the Alasians, or however you want to pronounce this. And Alasia is the late Bronze Age name of Cyprus based on texts. This hasn't been proven with.
They're here.
Yeah, so they are in Cyprus indeed. This hasn't been proven with 100% certainty, but it is quite likely. Like by now, almost all scholars accept the identification of Cyprus with Alasia, the late Bronze Age Alasia. It's interesting that they are under a tribe because they were a nation by themselves. Of course, it's a small part of the map, so it's very hard to make it that because you can't fit that many cities, game cities, on the island. But it was also an extremely important island when it came to trade. So they might as well have put one trade point, I think, in Cyprus. Again, if earlier we were talking about Egyptian board games, and a lot of the Egyptian board games arrived at Cyprus as a result of this intense trade connection. So traders would often just arrive and bring, their mobile games in a way to the island of Cyprus.
Look, we built it.
We did it! Hey, Doc Random!
Another
Just in
temple.
time when we build the Temple of Karnak.
Da-da-da. Lumber mill,
amazing.
yes, please. Yeah, build me some walls, man.
It's nice to have so many people here. Hope you're all having fun.
Look at it.
Again, they've done an impeccable job at rendering this monument. It's just incredibly well done. I know I've been praising this game a lot. But
We need more
what can I
stone.
say?
Luckily, I built that many.
Lately, you build more quarries. But when something is good, then it's good. Then what can you do? We're bashing a lot of games, so there are some games.
Us
that,
bashing
people are
games?
not-
Never.
But this
Me?
is just a really good game.
Never. I've never bashed any games because, of course, Assassin's Creed Valhalla isn't a game.
Well, of
It's a
course.
travesty.
I mean, I must say, I don't, with the exception of the very first move you did, that you were still sort of wired to a different game. You haven't complained once about the gameplay, and I think that's a first. That we've gone an hour and a half in the stream, and you're not complaining about anything gameplay related. You were only confused with the caravans, but then they were just there. That was on you, on the game.
But now I have plenty, so I mean.
Now we have. Have we? One has already made it, right?
Yeah, I've done one.
So now, which one are we doing? The Mycenian
There's
one.
one going up there. There's another one going up there. There's another one going down here.
Okay.
But they don't have that much turns or orders. So.
Yeah. Yeah. So in that sense, you said it earlier. It is kind of weird if we're having a major player that's King Minos, and then it's called the Mycenian trade route, rather than the Minoan trade route. But whatever. Nitpicking details.
Us nitpicking? Never.
How's the DLC so far? It's excellent. The DLC so far is 10 out of 10. Gameplay, history, campaign design, 10 out of 10.
I also do want to go to war with these dudes.
Oh, you can continue building the Temple of Karnak for the major.
That's a major one.
That's a major one, yeah.
Major League Gaming.
Wow, Major League Gaming. How did you even remember that? Does MLG still exist? Anybody knows? Is MLG still a thing? I used to watch tons of StarCraft MLG, religiously watching every
Probably not. Just like
StarCraft MLG event.
Just like Machinima, they're gone.
Machinima is completely gone, yeah. Is it completely gone? At some point I had
Yeah, they're
years
I
ago.
think
They're gone? They're
they're
done?
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pity that, I don't know if it's a pity actually, because I don't know the ins and outs of the business of MLG. But yeah. Hey, did you know that the hand icon next to the music icon in the top bar will show you the entire New Kingdom Pharaoh list? Really? Oh, damn. Ahmosis, Amenhotep, Thutmosis 1, Thutmosis 2. That's
This
where
is
we are.
us.
Hatshepsut. Thutmosis the third. Amenhotep the second. Let's go. Amenhotep III. Akhenaten, let's go. Look at Akhenaten's absolutely smug face compared to everyone else. He's like
I'm the one.
I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you.
Look, it's Tut.
King Tut. Horemheb, Ramses, of course, Seti, Ramses II. Ramses II also looks a bit he's serious.
That's the one who got like the really old one, right?
Who got the what?
That Ramses II is the one who's like really old, who was like 90. Or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. He was pretty old. Amensi the Usurper. Then we should, and then we should have another Ramses, I think, at some point. Or did we? Yeah, there's the other Ramses.
The sea
third.
people.
Of course, the sea people, and then another Ramses.
Another
Then we have
Ramses.
that. Yeah,
Another
yeah.
Ramses.
It's called the Ramesside dynasty. So. Yeah, these are all good portraits. And of course, as we know, some of these portraits have been modeled after people working at Mohawk Games.
Also for these ones?
Not all of them. I don't think so, at least, but some of them. I don't know which ones, but some of them.
Build me an obelisk. Yes, thank you. More stone.
More stone?
Stone?
More
We got
dots.
stone?
More dots. More dots. I'm doing too many old school references.
They're raiding me.
Again.
Do you think it's time?
We really need, like, you really need to get that city. But,
yeah, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm really sorry. But,
I kind of fear. I'm sorry, but...
Hold on, what the...
Hold on.
Oh no, it's foreign marriage. I'm really sorry, but...
But also, you're not really sorry. Because if you were an actual Egyptian, you wouldn't be really sorry.
Oh, they're routed. That means I get to go again. Haha. Let's see, I'm also really wanting to do these 3. Jeez. You move up as well. And then I'm out of orders.
Classic.
Obelisk, yes.
So, in another random little fact, or like one thing that I always, when I was doing my masters and I was writing about the Mitannis, the Mitanni king, like the names of the kings of the Mitanni are always insane mouthfuls, right? So we have Saustatar now. But then before Saustatar, you had his father, Parshatatar. Before that, you have Paratarna. Later on, you get Sutarna, Artasumara, Tushrata, Artatama II, and you get a couple of seconds and thirds. You get Satiwaza, Satwara, and Washashata. And I went, at some point, I knew all these names by heart. Not anymore, because they are too similar to each other and quite mouthfuls, but I always enjoyed the Mitanni king list and the names. And then the Mitanni got wrecked by the Assyrians, and
As one does, I mean.
a lot of people got wrecked by the Assyrians.
Basically,
Yeah. Even Egypt at some point got wrecked by the Assyrians.
If you didn't get wrecked by the Assyrians, were you really? Yes.
Were you really there?
Yes.
Even?
Order boost. Yes.
Oh, let's go.
Do we want to have an archery tradition, a wrestling one, or a horse riding one?
I think archery.
Sure.
I would love if we would ever see an Assyrian's old world scenario. I will. My my brain will explode from geekiness.
He's craving it.
I'm not craving, I'm begging at this point.
Please.
Moho Games, please do this for me. I know I'm not that important, but please.
You are.
I need this in my life. If this happens, I will do a solo 5-hour stream just talking about the Assyrians.
I mean, they'll
Which Assyrian
asking.
period?
Don't.
Which Assyrian period? Let's do both Middle and Neo-Assyrians. Let's do... If what happens...
So if
I'll give you... I'll give you... What? 24-hour stream... I'm not promising 24-hour streams, but I will do a solo 6-hour streams, just unpacking the entire thing bit to bit. Just completely all out nerd out about the Assyrians. And I'm happy to offer all my knowledge to you to make this scenario happen.
All of it, which is a lot.
All of it, have it. It's some. It would be really cool to see like a scenario with like, you know, the Assyrians overthrowing the Mitannis.
Oh, they have a lot of
Oh,
games.
no, that was not mentioned. Well, Dale Plays Games, congratulations on an amazing scenario.
Retreat.
Because it is an amazing scenario.
Yeah, I need enforcement de re.
It's always nice to have you all in the stream and talk about your amazing game. But going back to the Assyrian scenario, because now I have your attention. Well, you were you successfully did that, but then you were outed. I don't think you would have to do a solo stream though. No, but I would have to hold Omar's reins really tight to just, like not click through the entire thing.
Fair.
And so I could talk about stuff. But think about it. The Assyrians, they overthrow the Mitanni, right? First level. Then they expand over the land of Hannibal. Then you have like this so-called Dark Age period. It's all very difficult. Then you have the Reconquista, right? We have the reestablishment of the empire. It grows. Then we have this big decline. Then we have another like big boom. Then we have the expansion towards all the way to Egypt, the biggest empire the world that had ever seen. And then we have the fall of the empire and the unsuccessful defense of Nineveh. Bam. So Dale, I don't know if your name is Dale, but I presume. Tell us more about the design. How come we went for New Kingdom Egypt? How many people were involved in like the historical component of the scenario?
I might have underestimated their military power.
The military prowess.
They're like
They are a lot, damn. And they are now at peace with the Mitanni.
So you know what this is calling for?
Tactical retreat.
Yeah. Let's lure them in and kill them all.
I do like how you're greedy little doctor though, asking for a Syrian DLC while I'm still awaiting for a spin-off game in the Americas. What? Favorite Pharaohs, Hatshepsut, Akhenaten, and Ramses II. Plus, I love reading about the whole Bronze Age collapse. Well, if next month you find yourself in the Netherlands by any chance, which I don't think it's very likely, but if you do,
You never know.
you never know. I don't know. I'm giving a full seminar on the late Bronze Age, and of course, including the late Bronze Age collapse. For which it will also be eventually relevant to play Total War Pharaoh. Although the Total War, the whatever it was, Troy, I don't remember the name. That was not very good. I'm in Australia, so I don't think I'll be able to make it. No, yeah, unlikely.
It was fine. It was just, I mean, I played that with Angus, but I'm neither Troy, how you say it, fan or person, nor a Total War one. So it's a bit of a
No, we played it all together, right? The three of us, I think.
I don't think you were there.
Yeah, I was there. I remember.
Total War Pharaohs basically Troy with some Egyptian nuts and bolts on it.
Yeah. Skip for me for now. I mean, the thing that I am interested when it comes to Total War Pharaoh is, so today I did put it on the Discord. Eric Klein announced that he was involved in he was consulted. He was for the design of the game, and that to me is interesting. But there's
always a but.
There's a but there, yeah, and the but is that Eric Klein had also consulted, although admittedly maybe he didn't really understand what was going on. He had also consulted the Megan Fox Antiquity Mystery Show. And that was a train wreck. And that has nothing to do with Eric Klein, but he was involved in the consultancy. So the fact that he's consulted doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be great, but I have some faith. Hey, Felix. Welcome.
Trumpets. Yeah, sure, build me a hamlet. Why not?
So yeah, let's see what happens with Total War Pharaoh. I'm sure I'm gonna get some students who will give me the ins and outs. But no, trumpets were never gone. The trumpets are gone when I am the one streaming because I don't have a stream deck.
You can also set it up without a stream deck, you know.
Yeah, but it's look, it's not fun. It's not fun if you don't have a stream deck. It's not fun.
Fair. It's like being playing Civ when you're not a king. Is it even fun?
How are you finding the depth of the history, including the tooltips? You can also find all of it in the Pharaohs of the Nile section on the encyclopedia. As I was saying, I think I said that very early, very early in the stream. I personally, I really like the depth of this. It does feel like from all the DLCs, and I'm being brutally honest here, I think from all the DLCs we've seen so far, this has, in terms of historical detail and like care for detail, it has the most we've seen from the game. I can see how this can be a lot for somebody who is not, I don't know, a nerd like we are. But I really like it. I really like it. Oh, here it talks about Ramses II being treated in France.
I like this fun fact about the passport.
Always a good fun fact.
Profession king deceased.
Yeah. He was deceased. It's true.
Yeah. Could you build? I mean, you can buy and build. Thank you.
But again, what I really like, and we haven't seen all of it yet, but in terms of the pacing, in terms of like the historical pacing of it, it throws us in a situation that is in motion, right? The overthrowing of the Hyksos. In when we're thrown into the scenario, it does feel like we are in motion, so there is an established army, but we have to take the actions. We have to set this up, and then where we are now, it really feels like it's growing, like the empire is growing. We still no. We have one more obelisk. We have two more Karnak.
Yeah, so the two Karnak are being built.
I like the religious. Continue spreading the cult of Amun.
We have one obelisk building here, and I think I was building another one. Oh, one here. So that's
so
enough.
the Wardrongs asks what are the other DLCs of the game. You have the Heroes of the Aegean, which was the previous one. It's like a lot of Persian fights. It revolves around classical Greece. And then you also had the Sacred and the Profane, which was it a DLC or was it just an addition? It was a DLC, right? It was, yeah, I think it was a DLC. The
and
Sacred and the
Carthaginian
Profane
one as well.
Yeah, but that was not. That was a scenario added, right? Or was it there? I can't remember now. It's been some times. But with the Sacred and the Profane, it added a bunch of like religious related components to the game. And then the old world itself, the game, it's set around the old world.
There we have Dale in chat. So.
Yeah, exactly. So it was a DLC that expanded the religious part of the base game. Yep. Carthaginian. The Carthaginian I think was just was the scenario, the included scenario, I think.
I
So
can
are
have
there plans?
Confucius as a general.
Who? Oh, damn. How did that happen?
I think I had him as a minister. I just clicked through it because who needs to read?
There are so many nice tooltips here and you're just clicking through them.
Yeah. As one does.
No, as you do.
Me clicking? Never.
You clicking? Have we queued up the last obelisks?
I think.
Also, I feel like let's go. It's done. I think you're neglecting your caravans.
I'm not. I've
We
done
still
5.
have like
I'm building more, so it's
that
a
we
major
can't
goal. It shifted from
Yeah.
minor to major.
Oh, it's shifted. Right.
Jesus Christ! Pay attention, man. Come on.
I'm trying. You're clicking too fast.
Fair. So they're not really coming. So I have the feeling I need to like. entice-
Why would they? Why would they come though? Like, think about it. They did it in the beginning, and it didn't work very well for them. Omar clicking faster than history can happen since 1998.
So
I don't
not-
think. I don't think even Omar can catch up to,
I
that,
mean-
to that pace.
When I started playing my first historical game, I wasn't 2, to be fair.
Yeah.
So I think we wanna finish this, and then we might wanna
Yeah.
stop it because it's late.
Because I woke up today at 5:30. That's why.
Yeah, but you have been talking about this stuff for like the past hour or 2.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Does it really matter? No. Repair damage. Oh, there's a dude here. I can't.
Yeah. Cut him down.
I really like the. You can't do anything. Noise.
Yeah.
It's so good. Another obelisk. Yeah.
I mean, when Leila was presenting at the online version of the Interactive Pass conference, she talked about the sound design of the game, and that was excellent. That was excellent. They'll suggest that you buy orders with all that training. You're not buying orders. Oh, you
I
do
can
have
do
a lot
that.
of training.
I can do that. I forgot.
Get good.
This city isn't. So one of them is like going to help.
Yeah, I guess somebody does need to help there. It doesn't.
It's not looking so good.
No, it really is just not looking particularly good over there. This one looks particularly good though.
There's also a trader here. So I think this one is the closest. So yeah, they're all going there.
Bam.
Gonna build me a shrine. Thank you. So apparently I can.
Get good. You got God, Omar.
Let's see.
So weird question, but all these special characters that you had to use for the scenario, were they already included in the font? Like, did you had to alter much to be able to display like hieroglyphics or special characters in the game? Like, how did you go about that? And was it hard? Because I can see how this could also be. Because we checked and then the Heroes of the Aegean didn't have that, but then I thought, okay, Greek alphabet, yada yada. But here we have freaking all sorts of weird special characters, and I can see that in some cases the font is not the same. We're using the Google fonts for the ancient languages. Ah, okay, makes sense.
Fair.
Yeah. Yeah, but there are certain special characters in like the Latin transcription of sounds that are not included in all fonts, of course. Which is something that I had to consider when I was like writing my back then my MA thesis, because I had to use all the special characters for all these Syrian and Mitanni kings. Great music, this game.
It's indeed great music.
Yeah. I'm vibing over here. Okay, so getting back to another question I had earlier, Dale. At some point, we got an event early on about. I'll get to the point about cuneiform. Don't worry. We got a tooltip. We got an event about a board game. So, which board game did you have in mind? Because it wasn't named, and I really want to know what's the board game. I just need to know.
I need to know.
I need to know this information. Elton says, for fun, one of the other designers added cuneiform. Not all of us can read ancient Babylonian, though. No.
Fair.
Me neither. I can read the transcripted versions, but I can't read the cuneiform itself. Like I can't read Akkadian.
They killed my light chariot.
It would be fun to see the cuneiform. No, I need to know for research. It's true. I have to profess instance on the board game. That's a base game culture event which are allowed to flow into the scenarios. If you can put a little trick there when that culture event happens, then you can make it Senate, and that would be really cool. But I love that there is like a board game culture event in the base game.
They killed 2 of my units.
The conquest of this particular city is going not very well.
Where did they come from? Well, they're down there probably, but okay, fair.
Yeah, I would assume Senate was in mind for the original event, right? Yeah, I can see that.
Route. Double strike. It can actually attack again.
Now that you have all these extra orders.
Well, not anymore because I spent them all.
Where else will you see the sentences that we add cuneiform for fun? We can't all read ancient Babylonian.
I mean,
Yes.
when Ares does stuff. Look, it's done!
Oh, let's go! Damn. Look at the rendering of this thing. This is insane.
Let me quickly...
It's really pretty. This is, yeah. Get the workers out of there. This is really pretty.
Get them out of here!
Very nice. Very, very, very nice.
Stated in here. Yeah, I mean... So, it has... There's a dude here. Okay, sure.
Omar the Steaded Winger. Much credit to Mark, our 3D artist, for Karnak.
Trumpets for Mark.
Trumpets for Mark.
So
Exceptional.
this game has always passed the Omar can I click through it really fast test.
Yeah.
Basically meaning if I can click through it really fast without actually paying attention, it's a good game.
Yeah, but it passed this test a long time ago.
Yeah, but it has passed it again, as in.
Yeah, fair enough.
But
Can you zoom into Karnak one more time slowly, Omar?
slow enough. Can't really go any slower than this. This is as far as it goes, Angus. That's all I can give you.
I mean, it is really, really flipping pretty. What can I say?
With the entrance up here, up there.
And it's nice to see. What I really like, because sometimes what you get in like 3D renderings in games and stuff is that in Karnak they tend to like do the central bit, which is the most impressive and the big and the one that we have the most remains. But of course we know of the extent of Karnak and how big it was and the walls and stuff. And here it's all rendered, right? Like it's the entire complex.
Let me quickly check if there's a hide UI button.
It takes up how much? 1, 2, 3, 4 hexagons? 5 hexagons? I don't know. I'm sure there is a hide UI somehow, but it's 1, 2, 3.
Oh, it actually hit everything.
7 hexagons. 7. It's insane that you build this over 7 hexes.
Alt X. I just want the text gone.
Let's go. Oh, you don't want the text gone.
I
It's
want
fine.
the text gone.
I don't think you can hide the text because it's like on the map.
Yeah, I think you're right. But this is as good as I can go.
Very nice.
Oh. I wanted to make a screenshot. I don't know. Yeah, it worked. Nice.
A historian that wants the text gone? Omar has spent too much time with the
spent-
archaeologists, Angus.
I've done research into video games. I've never even used a real source for my
Real
thesis.
sources.
Only
Video
games.
games are real sources.
Yeah, but not text. I didn't do the textual analysis of video games. So. Anyway, I think.
Let's
we
not
might
talk
wanna-
about video games as texts. Let's not get there.
We, yeah, I think we wanna end it here. I'm tired.
Do you wanna? You don't wanna
I
at
don't
least
wanna,
conquer that other
But I
city?
also want to be able to work tomorrow.
Details. All right, we might return to it.
We might, probably will. I mean, not
Probably
next
will.
week. So
Maybe. Let's
we'll
see.
We'll
Let's see when we get a moment to finish the scenario on stream. But
or on off stream, and then I'll just we get to the sea peoples.
So
Sea peoples.
to sum this up, 10 out of 10 would recommend. Incredible DLC. Thank you, Dale, for being around to talk to us about the details of designing this.
Also, thank you Lars, for the key. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Moho Games people, for also hanging around. It's always amazing to talk to you.
Also, thank you for making the game. I mean,
also Assyrian DLC. When call me. And yeah, I think that's about it. There will be a stream on Friday from Kirti and Corine. I can't remember. Angus, do you remember what's the theme for Friday? Will you ever play the new Total War Pharaoh? We will probably play it, yes.
I mean, there's lots of
chilling
games
here,
which we
greetings
will
from Greece, and
probably
the
play.
digital past prepares. Hey, nice to have you. Yeah, so if Angus remembers the theme for Friday, let me know. I don't remember, but I will. Oh no, I remember. It is. It's a no. That so the topic for Friday's stream is going to be some weird fun theory about the game, and we have to come up with our favorite fun theories about games. But I can't remember which game we're playing for this. But Angus is here to
GG.
save the day. Hey, Avaris. You're just here the moment we're closing down. Yes, so it's going to be favorites fun theories. What's the most convincing fun theory of a game you've heard? And we're going to be playing Life is Strange. Which is a very interesting game if you haven't played it. So I think that's it for us.
I think it was all of us. Yes. Well,
thank you for hanging around.
Thank you for watching. Live life strange.
Yeah. Live life strange. Stay happy.
Stay happy. Stay healthy. And
stay healthy. And see you next time.
See you next time. Thank you for watching. And until Friday or next week or we'll see.
Yeah.
It's until sometime. Okay.
Stick around.
Bye.
Bye.